here, the 2K Sports pregame show. Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. This is Kevin. A chance now to check out the Knicks' upcoming stretch. DA, it's on. Influential with his taste for sure, David. Thank you. Even this early on, Brent, have you been on teams where you just knew changes were coming down the road?
Yeah, most of that, Kevin, I think happens because of internally what's going on with the team. Yeah, on the floor, you're going to see guys operating in the offense, playing pick and roll, but
it's behind the curtains where you just begin to feel, right?
Good executives and good coaching staffs understand communicating to the people in the front office to say, hey, if we stay this way, our potential, instead of growing, is not knowing how low we're going to go. So we need to make some changes.
Here's the starting group for Houston. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Robert Covington out there with Jay. And it's McLemore in at the 3. And for the Knicks, Barrett and Knox are the wingmen. It's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. And it's Allen in at the point. Randall passes to Barrett. 6 on the shot clock. Fires for 3. Shea grabs the miss. To the paint. Here's Covington. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Now you can tell he knows the game. Shea, with great feel, finds the open man.
Here's Knox. About 1 minute into the first quarter. The layup off target. Here's Westbrook. Basket good.
Man, shot out of a cannon. Westbrook so quick on the dribble drive. Defenders with no way of getting over there fast enough to stop him.
It's Robinson, top of the key. Pass to Knox. And the left side. He's over Covington. True on the 14-footer.
Well, fleshing out his offensive attack here. Randall comfortable from that range to knock one down.
Down low. Stolen by Robinson. To the inside. Barrett, no good.
Yeah, not really much of a flow offensively yet. Only 1 of 4 from the field.
And the dunk by Jay.
I like to see this from Westbrook when he focuses on hitting his guys. It can make the entire team better.
The Knicks have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Allen passes to Knox. Outside Robinson. And the 3 off target.
And so far, the team just 1 of 5, and that rim shrinking.
Shea inside. Defended by Allen, and he gets it to go. Shea's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Allen with it. Westbrook picks him up. Here's Knox. Shot clock at 5. Barrett, wide open, he fires. Nailed from three-point land.
Yeah, Knox trying to improve in this portion of his offensive game, distribution.
And the dunk by Jay.
Jay up there, fearless, flying through the air and getting that one to go.
Knicks trail by 7. Allen passes to Robinson. Pass to Randall. Shoots over Covington. Randall no good.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
And now it's Allen running. He can go all the way.
And you see the passing instincts Barrett has. Great at recognition out on the floor.
And Greg, when you're discussing and comparing James Harden and what he's done these last few years, you have to do it on a very historic level.
He's going to go down as one of the best to ever play the game. His production is incredible, and the skill level really is groundbreaking. Easily the best off guard in the league.
Back to Knox. From past the arc. No good on that one. And Houston the other way now. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
Yeah, it never stopped working. One of those games where just everybody was making shots, continual flow, and a very professional win.
Jacks up a three. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson.
You can tell that Kevin Knox ahead of time knew he was going to shoot that ball no matter what the defense was doing.
Jay, right side. The feed now to Covington. Randall with some nice D.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Allen surveying the D. Floats one. It's rebounded by Houston.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. When it comes to hustle, effort, who would you put on the floor to get those 50-50 balls? They're just so important. And sometimes, with the win or loss in the balance.
And I watch Kawhi Leonard, and even though he's a superstar player, there's still some efficiency in his actions to go and get that ball.
He just never stops.
He never stops. And so, yeah, he might not get dirty, but he doesn't have to because he outsmarts everybody else to get to it. And we have scrappy guys like Marcus Smart and Patrick Beverly, who we've talked about as being nuisances on the court, but those guys are invaluable to any coaching staff, and when they have those kind of plays, it just gets everybody going and brings a level of energy back to the game.
It does energize. You're exactly right. And the Rockets making a change here. House is checked in.
Well, if you're giving up that much height, the only thing that you can do as a defender is to foul him.
Ntilikina, he's checked in for Barrett. And the free throw, no good. Rockets leading by 6. In the corner, it's Gordon. Back to Jay. Lays it up off the glass. Jay's got 12 in the game.
This quarter belongs to him, and that's how you do it when you're out in front. Don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
Austin Ntilikina from deep. And that comes off the assist by Jeff T.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triple.
To the middle, here's Vidal, and the dunk by Che.
Ooh, the night is growing here for Che, but he's not one to gloat, during the game at least.
Outside Teague. The pass to Robinson. Kicks it to Jones. Ntilikina looking it over. From deep three-point range. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. A fantastic string of games for him. Your Western Conference Player of the Week, Shea.
While most players can dominate with their scoring ability, he has done it with his passing. No doubt that he is the catalyst for this team on offense. And when players are cutting or moving to open space, he has found it.
Releases. And good as it just snugs right down through the net.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Now T. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Jones, no luck. Gordon inside. And he banks in the layup. And the Rockets lead by 11.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Throws it up high. That shot is off. Great D that time from Che. Inside, here's Tucker. Ntilikina with the rebound. And again, it's the Knicks missing. For the New York Knicks, they come into this one following a loss to Memphis.
And that was a game to forget. You'd like to find some teachable moments, but I think they'd like to just turn the page and move forward.
Yeah, and quick, like as quick as possible. That was a dismal showing, especially for them at the offensive end.
He dishes it to Robinson. 1:41 left to play in the first quarter. Outside Teague. Pass to Millsap. Looking to end the run. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Teague's got 3 assists tonight.
That was like a morning paper for Jeff Teague. Makes a great read and swings the ball around for a clean look at the bucket.
Down low. Here's Jay. Excellent D that time from Robinson. It's Teague with the ball, but he brings it up for New York. 11-point game. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Shea.
Stellar effort from Jeff Teague. Gets contact on his way to the rim.
It's his first trip to the line. Dennis Smith, he's checked in for New York. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Caboclo's checked in for P.J. Tucker.
A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
That's good from Teague on the assist by Paul Nelson.
And Teague takes advantage of the room he had in front of him, creating an easy opportunity for himself.
Shea left side. And Shea throws it down.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Knicks trail by 9. Outside Teague. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And Teague can be a knockdown shooter, especially from the free throw line.
The Knicks shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
Houston leading by 7. The drive by Shea.
Yet another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his points today.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And at the line last year, he was good on about 77% of his attempts.
Well, you saw this kind of leadership early on from Shea, even sitting out a tournament game in college when he was protesting the treatment of one of his teammates. That's taking a stand.
Here's Clemens. It's rebounded by New York.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
Here's Smith. And so it's the Houston Rockets going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. Back to the action after this. Now a chance to hear shooting guard Eric Gordon talk about...
It's all about not making a mistake.
And Greg, nowadays, it's all about pushing the pace.
And it's an offensive-oriented league now. When you execute, really look to attack, it puts the opposition on their heels.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And so in the game for the Rockets, they've got Shea, and it's Clemens in at the 1. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Shea in the last game against the Pelicans got the job done. He added 33 points, and that was just the start of it. He wound up with a triple-double in what was quite a display for him. His numbers were off the charts. He was unguardable, and he knew it. He took advantage of it. Kevin, back to you.
David, we appreciate the update. Greg, we'll see if he can keep rolling here tonight.
Yeah, and that's the rub. When he's in rhythm, he can carry your team across the line.
And you want to see him make sure that the teammates are also involved in what they're doing, especially if he draws that much attention.
Robinson misses.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Teague with a clean look. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Shea dishes to Gordon. Back to Shea. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Shea's got the lead up to 14 now for Houston. Now, when he came into the league, Eric Gordon was tagged as a shooter. Now he's been shooting more than ever.
And Gordon, the last few seasons, has been shooting, how about this, over 8 threes a game. His success rate with them has gone up and down over the years. But one thing is for sure, he always...
Here's Ntilikina. He's covered by Westbrook. Here's Ntilikina. 6 points for him. Knox misses.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
And Harden is more than just a scorer. He's also got some sensational handles and passing instincts. Loves connecting with his teammates. And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Jay's showing a little bit of a mean streak right now to his game. Thinking dunk, getting dunk.
So it's Ntilikina who brings up the ball for New York. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. Here's Robinson. Good work there as it goes. Robinson's got 4 points in the quarter. Houston leading by 22. Covington passes to Shea. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
New York's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Passes it to Knox. 3-pointer. Rockets with the rebound. Harden's got 7 rebounds in the game.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
And the Knicks making a change here. Teague's checked in. Eric Gordon, he's checked in for Houston.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Teague surveying the D. Robinson. He can't get that one. The Rockets go the other way with it. Here's Vidal. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Knocked loose. Jones kicks to Robinson. Outside Teague. Here's Ntilikina. He has 6. 4 on the clock. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
Someone skilled at finishing under duress. Ntilikina continuing to stay focused.
And they double up Jay. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. Paul Millsap is checked in for Kevin Knox. And the Rockets making a change here. The Knicks shooting at just about an even 40% from the field for the second quarter. Pass to Teague. Takes the 3. It's rebounded by Houston. Shea's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Yep, that one goes.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
The Knicks shooting under 40% all in all for the game. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And it's Robinson with the jam.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. Back to Shea. Nifty move. And Shea throws it down.
That's a nice feel around the hoop from Shea. Great finish.
Jones from outside. Up in time. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's Jay making things happen for the Houston. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. While you look at Shea in this game, he has been everywhere.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
Yeah, guys like him love to stuff the stat sheet. He's doing it here.
Knox and Randall, they're the forwards. Allen is out there with Barrett. And it's Robinson in at the 5 down low. And that's the group for David Fizdale as we begin the second half. And Shea throws it down.
Well, him dominating the offensive end is what accounts for this lead. Just a very difficult guy to stop once he gets going.
And here are the Knicks. Allen passes to Knox. Here's Robinson, guarded by McLemore. No good from outside.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
And the movement to bring the NBA back to Seattle, the Pacific Northwest. Brent, you played there half a decade. I know you've got fond memories. How much does that city love the NBA?
The Seattle fans are incredible, and I don't know how much,
knowledgeable.
Yes, and how much longer do we have to keep talking about how we want a team in Seattle?
One of the great cities in this country.
A fantastic place to play, to live, and the city is starved to get the Sonics back up there in the green and gold.
And they'll support them.
Oh, there's no question about it. So the time is ticking, and everybody's excited about the opportunity in the near future for the team to return.
Allen kicks to Robinson. Barrett with the ball. There's the pass to Allen. Shot clock at 6. From deep. No good on that one. Good D by Covington. Rocket shooting the lights out in this building, 68% from the field. And they double up Jay. Covington passes to Westbrook. Kept alive. Back to Covington. To the inside. And Shea with the basket on the assist from Covington. Shea's got 41.
A lot of questions about Shea and his effort in college. If he continues to do things like that, that'll go away.
It's Allen with the drive. They can't stop the run with that one.
So far, Kevin, the third quarter has not started well. Just 1 of 4.
And Shea throws it down.
Well, he's leading everyone in points right now. His teammates keep feeding him the ball, and he keeps delivering.
And so Allen will bring it up for New York. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And that's number 4. Definitely something to keep track of as we move forward.
Smith checked in for the Knicks. To the paint. Robinson dishes to Randall. New York moving it around. Goes up on the wing. James Harden with the rebound. Harden's got rebound number 8 now on the night.
The team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, before he became a head coach in Memphis and New York, David Fizdale spent 8 seasons as an assistant under Eric Spoelstra in Miami. Now, Spo said he's a brilliant basketball mind that has exceptional gold standard level communication skills. One of the most talented coaches I've been around. So, Kevin, Fizdale is highly respected.
David, he sure is. Great reputation. Now getting his shot. Thank you so much. And the contract structure for NBA first-rounders, 2 years guaranteed, 2 years of team options, qualifying offer. Brent, should we consider changing that up?
I think it's working pretty well, Kevin. I think every front office is out there trying to find players out there that are giving you value beyond your contract. And that happens a lot when you're a team that has a first-round pick, 1 through 10, 1 through 20, and you hit on a draft choice. You potentially could get 3 years and sometimes 4 when you have incredible players coming into the league as their first year, changing franchises around. But a player that's providing way more value than the contract that they're getting at that time. So I don't see that changing much. It gives teams a long enough time to evaluate the talent coming in.
Seems to be working.
It does. And the players that prove it are looking at the calendar saying, could I fast forward 3 years? Because I really like to cash in on what I'm doing for you.
just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
Smith the pass to Knox. Dishes to Robinson. Trying to get open is Randall. That one good for 2. 10 points for Robinson.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
It's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession. Rockets ball. There's 1:40 left in the third. Ntilikina, and it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession.
Crazy to think scouts were saying that Shea didn't play with enough heart. That block showing you that he wants it.
1:36 left in the third quarter of the game. Randall finds Allen. Outside Millsap. Randall right side. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. Houston making a switch. Covington's checked in. To the inside. Millsap. Great D that time from Shea. Rocket shooting around 40% in the third. Maybe settling for some less than ideal looks out there.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Feeds to Millsap. Shea with the block. Out of bounds. Knicks ball as New York keeps possession of it. And so here is New York. Clock at 6. New York needs to get off a shot.
Maybe a time to rest him right now. Just give him a bit of a breather. Try to help him get back on track.
Let's go. And another one falls. Amazing.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Allen outside.
I've always loved to have guys on D who don't take possessions off. Shea working on this side of the ball.
Millsap grabs the miss.
Well, that's how to protect the rim.
Too much and back.
If I was scoring that, Kevin, I'm giving that a strong 9 from Shea.
And this is his third trip to the line tonight.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Down low, here's Randall, and that one drops. Randall's got 8 points.
Yeah, Randall, without the ball, seeing some room where he can make an impact, rolls there, and does a nice job on the finish.
Out of bounds, New York takes possession.
Looked like a simple play and turned into a turnover. Can't give away possessions like that.
It's been all about Shea for Houston. He's looking to make history here today. Who knows how many points he'll end up with when it's all said and done. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. P.J. Tucker is out there with Shea. And it's Vanderbilt in at the 3, the small forward. And good, he hits it again.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. So it's Ntilikina who brings up the ball for New York. Pass to Randall. The Rockets pull it in. You know, Brent, something other major sports do, reseeding during the playoffs. So the highest seeds always will play the lowest seeds. And do you think the NBA should go down that road?
I think the consideration will still be there. I think that conversation is going to happen over the course of the next 2 or 3 years. I don't see it changing in that time, Kevin, but it's healthy to continue the dialogue to the point where maybe we do get there.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. Shea grabs the miss. And for Houston, their shooting has been beyond great up until now. How about 57% from the field overall? Poke loose. Here's Dotson. Cranes it from beyond the arc. Dotson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Yeah, and they are living and dying from beyond the arc since halftime. It's a different look than what we saw in the first half.
A nice shot by Che.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Here's Ntilikina. Some nice passing by New York here. Here's Brazdeikis, guarded by Tucker. 5 to shoot. And no good that time. The Rockets go the other way with it. Passes to Clemens. Good, and the assist goes to Che. Che's got assist number 7 for him tonight.
And that's almost automatic anytime he can get the ball in that position.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Shea with the block, but he stays with it. Randall no good.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
And they double up Shea. 7-foot shot. Yet another bucket.
Make that 61 points.
Yep, everything is going his way right now. Ntilikina passes to Brazdeikis. Here's Ntilikina. Pass to Livingston. No one near him. Misses off the right iron. Rockets have gotten every shot they've taken so far in the fourth quarter to go in. That's 5 in a row to start the quarter. And the dunk by Che.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
And Che throws it down.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
Well, all night long, in control of the pace, and you don't want to let go of that rope right now.
Ntilikina passes to Livingston. Randall left side. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
Not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots, not the wild one he took there.
Here's Vidal, laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And Che getting smacked around on the inside, brushing it off. That was tough.
Here's Ntilikina. A few players now host podcasts, participate with those elements, with those vehicles during the season. Thoughts on that?
I think it's great. I think it's fantastic for our fan base and for our players to have an outlet, to have conversations and share a little bit more about their personality. It grows them as people, I think, Kevin, especially I've listened to J.J. Redick's many times over,
yes.
And you learn something new, not only about players, but about their interests and how they're spending time. And I think if you were a young player, let's say you were a high school senior, or you're a college player, and you're listening to some of the things that guys are talking about in their experiences, I think it's invaluable for what it is that you don't know exists around a player in the NBA, and for you to start having considerations about how difficult the task is, how mentally taxing. So these things are great outlets for the players.
Che passes to Vanderbilt. Che left side. And the dunk by Che.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
They need this one. The shot's good from Livingston. Livingston's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, he's a pass-first point guard. Ntilikina with a nice play there.
A nice shot by Tucker.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
So it's Ntilikina who brings up the ball for the Knicks. The pass to Dotson. Here's Livingston. Brent, with advanced analytics becoming commonplace in the NBA, which stats do you personally hold most valuable?
Well, it's amazing to talk about effective field goal percentage. I laugh a lot
which is everything, free throws.
Yeah, well, I like to use true shooting percentage, Kevin, because that's where you adopt 3-point shooting percentage, 2-point shooting percentage, and your free throw percentage.
Everything.
But in talking to a lot of people around the league, general managers and coaches, I laugh inside to myself a little bit, like, oh, so now shooting's important? Like what? Like now shooting's important around the league?
Right.
As if, the time that you go out to start playing basketball, you grab a ball, you go towards the goal, and your goal is to make a shot. And so we're talking so much more about how much shooting is valued. Effective field goal percentage is tremendous, with true shooting percentage being not far behind.
Smith, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Dennis Smith Jr. just playing hard right now and using some of that force from the point guard position.
Smith hits them both. And here are the Rockets now. Here's Vidal. Connects again. 71 points and no end in sight.
Young fella is in the zone. The defense right now looks helpless.
Livingston, the pass to Robinson. Here's Brasdeikis, back to Robinson. It's good. That's 8 baskets for him now. 8 for 15 shooting.
Well, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
New York's gone 2 of 3 in the 4th quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Brent, a lot of teams will be paying that luxury tax, and that is a tough thing for a lot of owners to swallow. Is this the best method to deter teams from going over the cap, overspending, and outspending smaller markets?
You're hitting the nail on the head, Kevin, because there are some teams, as much as you said it's tough for some teams to swallow, there are other teams that never see that pill.
Right.
And they're willing to go as far as they need to go in order to put a championship team on the floor. It seems to be working, but the question you have for me, was it a deterrent right now? I don't know if it's as significant as it needs to be. We know the repeater tax certainly hurts some teams, but there are still teams that are willing to spend, Kevin, and that's really tough on small market teams who want to avoid that at all costs.
New York now working with the new shot clock. Here's Livingston from outside off the mark. The Rockets shooting 61%, showing all the indications of an offense that is locked in. It's tipped. Back to Che. Pass to Vanderbilt. Houston moving the ball around. Che passes to Vanderbilt. Basket counts.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
1:31 left in the 4th quarter. From the high post, Livingston can't hit. And so here is Houston.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Rockets.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And they took charge when it counted, and will be notching their 9th win overall.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep. the next time they face off.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Jay.
What more can you really ask of a guy? I mean, when you come out and get a triple-double, making contributions all over the place.
Jeff Teague, he's checked in for Smith. Here's Teague. Good D by Jay.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
But the truth is, they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road.